Today, the streets have a haunted, desolate, almost forsaken feel. But, incredibly, there is still one man who calls this ghost town home.
I am Pablo Novak, the only resident left in the ruins. I was born here, my two brothers also. On the 25th of January, I turned 88 years old.
For the last 10 years, Pablo has been living here on his own, the only resident who refused to accept defeat.
I stayed, and I was sure someone would come back eventually. It used to be so famous. So many people used to come from all over.
Although it's a little hard to imagine today, for more than half a century, this was a luxurious retreat that catered for the elite of Buenos Aires. During that time, many thousands came for a break from life in the city.
A railway line was built from there to Buenos Aires.
By the mid-20th century, it had grown into a lovely little resort. You would have as many as 25,000 people a year coming to visit.
What they all came in search of is still visible today. They were the supposedly healing waters of a nearby lake and spring. Those waters have since crept into the heart of the settlement. This is all that remains of the town of Villa Epecuan.
Throughout history, humans have gravitated towards hot springs, waters with a lot of minerals in them, with the idea that this is good for your health.
Legend has it that the lake was formed from the tears of a great chief who was crying over the loss of his true love.
The therapeutic powers of the lake had been famous for centuries, and it is said that the spring could cure all sorts of things, from depression to rheumatism.
It started off as a sleepy village, but then grew to this bustling tourist resort.
But those who flocked to the town to take advantage of the waters probably had no idea that they also held hidden dangers. So the town just kept on growing. Hotels for the visitors were built. There was even a slaughterhouse to provide meat for everyone. It had all kinds of attractions.
This was started as the Recreo Almaza, a dance hall. And because the room was small and lots of people came, they also used it for a theatre, with theatre companies coming from Buenos Aires.
So the town flourished, and its future seemed bright. But then, disaster struck.
In November 1985, it started to rain, and the thing is, it never stopped. The rainfall was reaching record levels, and the lake was threatening to burst its banks.
What was once the lifeblood of Villa Epecuan was about to become the cause of its downfall.